Pero
Ma'am,
hindi siya magtatamper ng evidence. Kasi unang-una, wala naman talagang ebidensya. Hindi ko alam paano umabot ito sa isang kaso. At hindi siya makikialam sa witnesses dahil isa siyang prosecutor noon. At ang alam niya kung ano ang violation niya as a lawyer kung nagtatamper ka ng evidence at nakikialam ka ng witnesses. So, unfounded yung fears, walang basihan. Sinasabi lang nila siguro yan para, I don't know, huwag pabalikin ang Pangulo sa ating bansa. Bakit ayaw nila pabalikin? Well, meron silang they are in collusion with individuals, both in the government and outside of, from the private sector. They are in collusion with organizations who are against the former president because of his policies noong siya ay Pangulo. They are in collusion with people who want to stay in power, with people who want to totally erase political opposition, who want to question uh, the acts of government. So, sa tingin ko yan yun eh.
okay, last question, ma'am. So as part of the defense of the former president, is there any plan to bring into The Hague some witnesses for the former president?
I am not part of his legal team. Nandito lang ako kasi kailangan nila ng kausap sa labas. So kinakausap nila si Pangulong Duterte sa loob at kinakausap nila ako sa labas so that there is someone who will sign off on what was agreed upon with the client, no? So hindi ako part ng legal team. Uh, As I said, I am a Filipino citizen here helping the former president go back home. And I am here as a daughter as well, moral support doon sa kanya.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, last 3 questions po tayo, ma'am. Next question, Miss Joyce
Oo,
Adra,
kasi
RMN.
Jay, it's
Yeah.
8:05. No, may 9 a.m. meeting
Alright.
ako. Sabi mo isang oras lang ito.
Miss Joyce Adra, RMN News, then followed by Glenn Wego, Super Radio.
Good afternoon po, VP. Ma'am, ask ko lang po, meron kasi mga report na peke yung ibang EJK victims sa kapisanan ng mga broadcaster na Pilipinas sa forum po the other day. Hindi naman ito dininay ni Attorney Claire Castro at ang parang sinisipa niya yung isang media na nagtanong sa kanya na alam mo naman palang kapitbahay mo yung isa at hindi pala totoong EJK victim. Bakit hindi mo sinulat ng tama? Bakit hindi mo itinama yung isinulat mo? So kayo po, anong masasabi niyo po dito sa mga sinasabing peke nga EJK victims? Thank you po.
Nasabi ko nga kanina, Opo, ma'am, thank you. Nasabi ko nga kanina, ma'am, no, hindi ko alam paano umabot ito sa isang kaso. Wala talaga silang ebidensya at all for murder or crimes against humanity. Hindi ko alam. It baffles me, really, truly, how this has happened, no? So, kasali na din siguro dyan, ma'am, yung mga peking supposedly victims, no? Kasali na yan dyan. Kasi ito lahat ay gawa-gawa lamang unang-una ni Senator Trillanes noon. At syempre nakakuha siya ng, ano bang tawag niyan? Kakampi o kaalyado sa loob ng pamahalaan. So, yon.
Miss Joyce, okay ka na? Are you good? Oh, wala na. Okay, last question.
Okay
Raymond
na po,
Antonio.
sir. Thank you po. Thank you. I'm done po. Thank you.
Raymond Antonio, Marita Bulletin, last question, then we'll wrap up.
VP, good afternoon. Senator De La Rosa admitted having an ill feeling towards National Security Advisor Eduardo Año following the arrest of your father, the former president. How about you, VP? What do you feel right now, given that Año was one of your father's men and member of his cabinet? And lastly, Vice, meron din po kasing lumulutang na I don't know how would I say this, report or rumor na there was a traitor in the Duterte camp that also led to the arrest of your father, VP. Thank you.
Okay. Hindi ko narinig. Anong sabi ni Senator Bato de la Rosa daw kay Anyo?
According to Senator De La Rosa, the senator was disappointed to Secretary Anyo. He felt
Disappointed.
bit betrayed knowing na Secretary Anyo previously worked as PRRD's former AFP Chief of Staff and DILG Secretary then. Kasama siya sa nagplan nung supposedly alleged kidnapping ni PRRD going to The Hague.
May I add, VP, may report kasi kasama siya doon sa core group na nagplano doon sa arrest ni former president. And then, sabi po ni Senator Bato, out of courtesy daw po, sana nasabihan man lang kayo about the arrest. That's it, VP. Thank you.
Okay. Alam mo, tinanong na rin ako kanina, di ba, how am I? Sabi ko, kanina wala akong nararamdaman. Sa totoo lang, wala talaga akong nararamdaman. Hindi ako galit, hindi ako disappointed. Nothing at all. Kasi pointless naman na mag-harbor ako ng feelings about what happened. Hindi na siya maibabalik. Hindi na mababalik si Pangulong Duterte sa Pilipinas. So what we should do as a country is move on from what happened. No? What will we do as our ways forward as a country and as a people from what happened? Magalit man tayo, walang papupuntahan yung galit natin. Dahil hindi naman yan sila papanagutin ng pamahalaan ni. Nakikita niyo yung mga sagot nila, wala na sa ayos, wala na sa rason, wala na sa common sense, wala na sa batas. Pero walang magagawa laban sa kanila. So we should move forward from what happened, and the country should decide, the people should decide saan ba tayo papunta base sa nangyari. Kung meron bang traitor doon sa loob ng grupo na nag-usap sa Hong Kong, nandun ako sa kwarto sa mga nag-meeting with former President Duterte. Hindi ko matawag siguro na traitor, pero sigurado ako sa dami ng tao doon sa loob ng kwarto na yon ay meron talagang nagsasabi kung ano ang pinag-uusapan doon sa loob. Kung kanino nila sinasabi, hindi ko alam. Pero kung sino ba ang nagsabi na may traitor? So malamang kung yung nagsabi na may traitor doon sa loob, malamang siya yung kausap noong tao na nandoon sa loob sa kwarto sa Hong Kong. Klaruhin ko lang na nag-divide ng trabaho doon sa loob ng meeting na yon. Ako ang nag-moderate sa meeting. Tinanong ko si President Duterte kung ano ang desisyon mo at ano ang gusto mong gawin. Ang sinabi niya, gusto ko umuwi sa Pilipinas. Hindi ako titira sa ibang bayan at hindi ako magtatago.